This is how I'm driving now, through back streets in a blur. The days of gray and rain keep coming like a chant that's hauntingly familiar. How did we get to this place that feels tragic and hopeless when, not so long ago, what would come of this was anyone's guess? You were just heat in my jeans then. Before even the first touch, I didn't even know your name, but wanted you more than I had wanted anything or anyone since I was 20 years old. Then, one day, my passenger seat no longer vacant, you turned a red light green, ripped stop signs from their roots out of the ground, flashed me a willing smile and said, drive. I went from 0 to 60 like a 72 vet on a hot August night, flew past the Conscience convenience store, the winds of freedom in your hands like soothing, cool blue water through my hair. Tickets, citations, violations, all destroyed in the flames that enveloped my bed, smoldering sheets in a furious passion. I thought it would last forever as I lay there after clutching a tiny piece of what I thought was you. Then I let you take the wheel, engine gleaming top down. You opened me up 6 lanes wide, showed me the autobahns of Europe, climbed high into the mountains, dropped into second gear to reveal the hidden valleys tucked away from the sun. We spent days trying on each other's skin and seeing through each other's eyes to find that we were one. The heat of the core of the earth by night, love making that scorched my very skin, the quenching stream of death's denial by day. And when each one came, you healed me again. For months, we lived and breathed through each other. Somewhere, though, the road signs lied. Back in the driver's seat, my heart sank as I saw the familiar orange and white of construction barriers, as if in preparation for a disaster not yet occurred. You failed to meet my gaze in your own reflection on the windshield. I looked away beyond other lovers on road trips speeding down the southbound lane. I kept myself intact by taking a detour. I told you to rest, to sleep while I drive, lay your head on my shoulder, all the comforting words, only a masquerade of the inflicting guilt that lay beneath. You looked through me with trapped and pleading eyes, unhinged your hand from mine as I followed the detour signs. For a time, we drove in silence, taking turns with varying speeds. Mine kept climbing as it always had, hoping if I drove fast enough, the blue flame I missed would ignite on the pavement. I set up flares around the wreckage, left you by the side of the road and hitched rides with strangers, only to return with empty dreams and gas cans. We locked up the gears in first and second, drove mile after painful mile through the tunnels of our discontent. This journey dragged on, interrupted occasionally for the flashing neon of hotels that rent by the hour. We registered ourselves with pseudonyms, making love like the strangers we were, leaving bittersweet chocolates on the pillows behind. Surely melted by now in the wake of heartbreak and red-hot sorrow. By now, you drove all the time. I moved to the back seat, the proximity more than I could bear. I tried in vain to read once clear maps of you, studied relentlessly the back of your head, the curve of your bare shoulders, wanting and waiting. I'm not sure if you stopped speaking or if I just stopped listening. All that I remember about the day in that September is a river of tears by the side of the road as you rolled to a stop sign, reading aloud the street sign. This lane ends, and I silently added as quickly as it began. Some work in the shop, a new paint job, a tune-up. This is what you suggested. I, still reeling from the 180-degree turn, put that tiny piece of you into my ignition, and against all rationale, agreed to drive home in reverse. To return to the scene of our crime, say, yes, this is where we got lost along the way, take wrong turns and make them right, start over in the night, break apart the engine locks and chart the unknown course of friends first, lovers second. I sometimes laugh a mad laugh, knowing what cannot be undone. I'll beat your youth and beauty off the line every time, knowing craving always that part of you that once was mine. But I'll bury that part way down under the blackness, court you like the romantic jester that I am, and build castles in the sky with you, drive and spend innocent time with you, doing all the things a friend would do, hoping but not really believing this whole trip was one giant circle and I can take shortcuts back to where we were before. I think you know deep within that fate cannot be cheated. She lies in wait as I do, fully aware that if I can't drive as I always have and where I want, roadblocked by the bridges you're building while others are still burning, someday soon the truth and the heart of this matter will appear on your speech trap radar. This platonic front is a closing door, and time is nothing but an overpriced whore. And soon, I'll throw this car in park and say, I can't do this anymore.